So here we are for the interview with the team from the film From the Land of the Moon, directed by Nicole Garcia, competing for the Golden Palm here in Cannes at the 69th Cannes Film Festival. She's the director and she has a wonderful cast. Hello, Nicole. Welcome to you. Thank you for being with us. Do share the microphones out between you. Marion, we're delighted to meet you again in competition. How are you feeling? I'm fine, thank you. We're delighted to see you. And I'm in great spirits myself because I'm seeing such good films. Louis, welcome to you. Welcome Alex Brendemühl also. Welcome to you. Welcome to Cannes. And Jacques Fieschi, co-screenwriter on this film and in most of the others. All of the, no, he co-wrote all of the screenplays with me. Thank you for being with us, Jacques. So this is an adaptation of the Milena Agus novella. What did you want to bring out of this? Was it to examine feminine desire, absolute love? What were you interested in? Well, it was the woman in the book which really attracted me, the vibration, this woman who was so intense, and that's why I loved the book and why I wanted to make the film. She's such an untamed character. She's a type of wonderful woman who is very sensual, almost in an animal sense. She's extremely sensual, but at the same time, she's got the mysticism of love in her, and it's her taste for the absolute which delighted me. And she made you think of Marion, Cotillard, of course, to play the role. Yes, of course. Who else? I never have been able to find an answer to the question, who else? There is nobody else. And I'm right. I was right in my intuition because Marion, well, you've seen the film, I imagine. She is almost possessed. She's very untamed, wild. But by the same token, she thinks she's a bit like an artist, not an actress, but like an artist. She's got a kind of madness in her. She's got this creative madness in her, such power, such a strong imagination, combined with something which is extremely sexual. And there's a contradiction which her character carries inside herself, and Marion portrays that perfectly. Yes, Marion, you really do get under the skin of this person, full of humanity, desire, absolute experiences, spiritualism also. Do you feel that she's a bit of an artist? Is she an artist because she's creating her desire for love? Is she driven by a desire for creativity? I think so, yes. I think she's creating a world to escape from the really corseted life that she's finding herself in reality. She can't escape from her real life, so that triggers in her a fever, a desire to rebel and to flee whilst remaining where she is, where she's enclosed. This woman is so fascinating. She doesn't give up, ever. How did you broach that side of her with Nicole Garcia? Well, she's not, she doesn't submit, she perhaps, she's a strange individual. She's full of passion and fever. She could, one would imagine, she could run away from her family, she could escape from that, but something keeps her on the spot, prevents her from fleeing. She never gives up, though. She never throws in the towel. So she's got two men in her life. She meets one in Switzerland in a clinic. Louis Garrel, you play André Sauvage, who was injured in the Indo-Chinese War. Is a romantic hero, of course. Is that how you saw him, Louis Garrel? No, I didn't seem like a romantic hero at all. However, when you play a character who is an ally for the key character, you have to wonder what the film needs from you in your role. So I tried as much as I could. I don't know how to express it really. What did I try to do? Well, I wanted to set my pace, my rhythm to what was needed in the film. It's like the whole first part of the film is between Alex and Marion. I tried to echo that, echo a person who was closer to death than to life, who could thus be more attractive. It's a more romantic idea, perhaps, because the character is heading towards death, and that's just an idea of the living.
Allez savoir.
Non, parce qu'on a aussi placé dans le film avec Jacques Fieschi, on a placé ce film dans un
with
ancrage
Jacques, we wanted to
sociologique
anchor the film in society. It's a metaphor for France. We're talking about the 1950s. France was in ruins, and the character played by Gabriel, played by Marion, meets a soldier, a fallen soldier.
Cet épisode colonial qui est d'une grande trame quand même,
from a colonial episode in France's history. And her husband, on the other hand, is a Spanish migrant who is reconstructing the house. And it's that blend which recounts something about France also. And for the character played by Marion, she's at a crossroads between a very old-fashioned world in the region of Provence and completely cut off from the modern world, whereas she is embodying the modern woman who wants to achieve things and experience things. There's another man in her life who represents a prison for her but gives her her freedom. That's you, Alex. You play a very interiorized role. How did you broach that role? Because I get the impression that the character you play is fascinated by Marion. Yes, he left Spain to start a new life in France, and he has the opportunity of dreaming of a better life. He dreams of having things he didn't have before. And this woman who plays the piano, who's so beautiful, who's so mysterious and complicated, well, he's fascinated by her. And he dedicates his life to try to win her over, to seduce her. But there he is, silent, he's just a presence, he's constant, he's solid. And he's looking, he's trying to catch her eye. They're wonderful characters, Jacques, Fieschi. The solitary man played by Alex Brendemühl is an interesting character, particularly contrasting with the Marion's character. How did you and Nicole broach the feminine characters? Well, I'm so close to her. We work together, a constant pair of workers together. We've been advancing in our careers together in a state of grace over several films. So I haven't got enough perspective to comment on our relationship. We constructed our story based on the characters. And thanks to the closeness that I have with Nicole and the closeness with all of these actors, because we live together, we work together, we go to sleep together, we work up at the same time. So we become one. Marion, how do you go about this? Do you sleep in the head of your character? Do you wake up and you are your character? Or at some time of the day, can you leave the character to one side? How do you broach this? Well, of course, there's a strange fusion when you spend several months with someone, a character, and with whom you can fall in love in many ways. Are you talking about me or your character? I'm talking about both of you, of course. But obviously, you're impacted by someone's life when you spend your own life inside the life of that person. And most of your waking hours, you are someone else. But I don't remain in character. When I go home, I'm not still a character, but there is something which is still there throughout the entire process of the shoot. Because we're inhabited by the character that we play, and we want to be inhabited by that person. We want to disappear behind that character, so there is a bond which can't be broken just when it's the end of the take. Thank you very much, Marion. Cotillard, for your wonderful performance. Thank you, Nicole. Garcia, for the film. Merci. Thank you, Louis and Alex, and thank you, Jacques. Thank you.